Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I present to you Scrub Zero. Man, yesterday sucked. Giants lost to the Seahawks 27-13. There's a lot of bad play. The miscues happen early and often. Starting with Mike Kafka's poor play calling. Defense started off well, but they couldn't hold up for the whole game. They gave up 27 points ultimately. They It was a tough time in coverage. I know the Seahawks didn't get a lot of yards, but when they got the play, it's key plays at key times they got. When they got their yards and were able to score points. Giants got to be better, man. I really don't know how else to say it, but I mean, they just have to be better because this ain't gonna get the job done. We only had the one red zone TD off the turnover. Beyond that, the first three drops of 3 and out. We had a 3 and out in the fourth quarter that screwed us over. 2 turnovers on special teams that we yielded 10 points off of. One at the end of one late in the first half and one in the fourth quarter. That's a great way to lose a game. We couldn't get anything going. My Kafka's play calling, we had 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3 on the first 2 drives. And he elected to call pass plays. He called 6 pass plays and we went 3 and out. By the time we got running the ball, it was too late. We got some runs, but without your best blocking tight end, your starting right tackle, and your starting left guard, it wasn't easy sledding, but some of the run plays they called were just, they weren't good. Trying to go a lot off of that right side when they should have been going to the left side because that's where your strength is currently. I know Zudu's a rookie, but he's a better run blocking and pass blocker. They got one good run off of the left side. I thought they should have done way more of that in the game. There's too much up the A gap. They should have went B and C gap. And quite honestly, we forced the 1 turnover after giving up the TD, which was nice and all, but we need to do better. We can't have the ball for as long as we did and only come away 13 points. Receivers dropped passes. Daniel Jones missed opportunities. This game showed that we have a lot of guys who really are just guys. The team isn't devoid of talent, but the guys we have aren't. We have a bunch of tier 2 and tier 3 guys. We got number 2. We got 2s and 3s, and that includes the quarterback. The quarterback's a number 2. He's not a number 1 quarterback because everyone's saying, "Hey, it's now Daniel Jones." At what point are we going to ultimately say Daniel Jones has to hold up? Daniel Jones has to show he can overcome a bad team. If he's or since that's what people say, this team isn't good, we don't have weapons. Well, what about the quarterback? Why isn't he making anyone better? When you talk about the top quarterbacks, they make their receivers better. Daniel Jones does not make anyone better. And if you don't make anyone better, you are not a long-term answer. You make no one better at all. And it's unfortunate to say, but it is what it is. Darius Slayton was the only guy who had a knack. Tanner Hudson made some plays, but that was when we were down. He didn't make them while we were tied. Like, he waited till we were down to show up. Rondo Robinson only had 2 catches. He's a rookie who's still coming back from injury. He's on the field, so no excuses, but I'm not expecting him to set the world on fire by any means. And Marcus Johnson, he was showing well, and then he hasn't played. His play's fallen off. I'm not saying you expect him to be a number 1, but the ball gets to him, he hasn't been able to make plays. This team, that's why you need good coaching and good play calling. And the coaching's fine, but the offensive play calling was awful. Defensively, they did not press the wide receivers. And it's like, all right, you're playing off, but you're playing 7-10 yards off. 7 to 10 yards off, you're just giving them free releases. What do you expect is going to happen? They're going to burn you. Like, you're playing that far off and you still getting burnt. You might as well play press, but they didn't play press. Giants did not look good in this game. You got to give credit to the Seahawks. Like, were there opportunities where we could have had it? Sure. But the Seahawks forced 2 fumbles. They shut down the run. They shut down the pass. Like, there wasn't any back-breaking plays against them. They got first downs when they needed to. Kenneth Walker got a touchdown on the second forced turnover. Like, the Giants don't have a lot of margin for error, and you got a guy in Metcalf who came into this game on the injury report. I know he was 100%, but you let him do what he wanted. Lockett you're lucky Lockett only went for 563 and a TD. He could have had more. With how he was playing, Marquise Goodwin missed some opportunities too. He could have went for more. So, like, this was really just a bad game. Like I said, the defense did all right, but they were out. Like, I know the time possession says the Giants had the ball longer, but there was too many 3-and-out drives, and that defense was huffing and puffing, and the Seahawks blew the house down. Giants huffed and puffed. Seahawks blew the house down. You get 27-13 because Mike Kafka doesn't know how to run the ball properly. But I expect this from Andy Reid disciple. But yeah, I mean, they got to be better. Luckily, if they have the bye week, so we should be able to turn things around. That's hope. That's the hope. But do I have faith that things are really gonna get better? Like, even with Kenny Galladay coming back, I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think, like, obviously the Giants can't afford to shoot themselves in the foot, but I don't think it's gonna get much better. They don't have a cap space, so I don't see them making a trade for any receivers. Even if they do trade for a receiver, you still have the same quarterback. And I don't care what people say, how people think about it. I don't care what people think about it. Daniel Jones is just a guy. He doesn't make his teammates better. I think you can get him all the receivers in the world. It's still not going to mean a damn thing. Like, is he a guy? Like, I get it. You need to help him out, but I'm tired of protecting guys that, all right, you need to help them out. You need to help them out. Are they helping themselves out? Are they helping the team out? No. So, how about we stop talking about how we need all this other help and just tell the guys who are all there to play better. If they can't play better, it is what it is, but stop trying to find an out. As opposed to, hey, receivers have to play better. Daniel Jones has to play better. Mike Kafka has to call better plays. I don't know what Thomas McGahee was thinking, letting Richie James After the first fumble punt, I don't know why he let him back in the game. I don't know if that's more on him or Dable, but someone should have said no. Richie James ain't coming back, so he had two. Fan base is ready to cut him. I don't blame them. If it was me, I wouldn't even have him back in the game. Not as a punt return man. After the first one, after the second one, he would have got cut. That's me. I know that sounds ruthless. It's mean, but you got one job: ball security. It's job security, and you ain't securing this ball. That means your job ain't secure. It means you giving it away to the other team. Well, then you could join the other team. You can go. You fumbling does not help us. I cannot. I can't do it. Like there's too many things that went wrong in this game. The corners did not press. I'm so upset with that. These corners didn't press, and the Seahawks took advantage. I know what Pro Football Focus says, but Moreau was used. Fabian Moreau was used and abused. I ain't never liked no guy named Fabian. That I just like he's played well, but it just never sat right with me. A dude named Fabian, like this doesn't sound promising. and Adoree Jackson continues to get burnt like a piece of toast. Like when you're rushing out in the morning, you're trying to get all the things together. You leave the bread in the toaster too long. Yep, that's Adoree Jackson. Burnt toast. You saw it again. Lockett done got behind him. Like, yeah, he forced the fumble. He recovered it. That's good, but this is why, like, he'll have the good play, and then next thing, and then he'll look like a piece of burnt toast. Like, we still need better corners. Like, they played all right, but this team, like, this is still a rebuilding team. I don't care what anyone says. How far the Giants are still rebuilding. This is not a championship roster, not in my opinion. It hasn't been. It's Brian Dable is the biggest reason we've won games. Like, taking advantage of other teams' miscues. But this is second team that's actually been a good team we've taken on, and we lost. Like, well, I mean, the Ravens aren't a bad team, but we've seen the situation with them. They've been blowing leads. Seahawks have lost some games, but it wasn't like it wasn't like they were losing like the Ravens were losing. So Giants got work to do. We got the bye, then we take on the Texans. We should win that game, but we'll see. Same for the Lions. Then the real test happens once we go against the Cowboys, beginning that stretch 5 of the last 7 games being divisional games, and you got to take on the Vikings late in the year too, with their cousins. That's right, we play at 1 o'clock. Dang. Change that to a night game. We'll win that. Well, no, I don't know, because the Giants haven't done well in prime time either. But bottom line, Giants got to play better. Shout out to the Seahawks for pulling it off. Shout out to my guy Jose. Shout out to Tom Grassi. We got rated again while we were doing the live. So appreciate that. That was dope. But yeah, Giants got a lot of work to do. And until they get there, unless they figure out how to get off to better starts and get this offense to a point where I don't think it's going to happen this year. I think this is just what it is. So it's just a matter of not shooting ourselves in the foot. But Mike Kafka got to do a better job of play calling. And I think this is the team we're going to have, so we better make it work. But we'll see what all goes down the rest of the year. I won't have to shout out the dang on Giants this week because they won't be playing. So it is what it is with that. But I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna head off. I think I've held y'all here long enough. Make sure you hit the like button, share the video, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the posts. Turn it to all. That way, even when you turn all, like, YouTube be tripping sometimes. So make sure make sure you keep an eye on that because YouTube be tripping, and I ain't got time for their nonsense. And until next time, I'm Script Zero. I'll catch you on the flip side.